A vibrato is to be used at your discretion. All notes don't need a vibrato, but sometimes you use one. So what you have to do is make sure you have one when you want one, and it's got to be the right speed. Too slow is not good. Too fast is not good. So you really kind of want to have a vibrato that's like a good singer.
Okay.
Not many of them. There's not many good singers, but some of the older singers are better.
Okay.
They really are.
And different styles of jazz kind of required a tighter vibrato versus a wide, or just kind of
I mean, there is a perfect vibrato. You know, if you get E, of course, that's ridiculous. And if it's E, that's ridiculous. That's the other end. So, but they'll have ba, E, ah. It's just the one that's just a way of a wonderful voice sound. And that's what you should do. Okay, now the other thing is this too. A lot of people don't think this way. I think you should think this way. It's like they just think of the horn as an extension of your voice. Maybe we talked about that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, you know, and when you think of it that way, then you do think of a vibrato. Because if you were singing a song with words, and if you had no vibrato, you wouldn't do that.
That's right.
Okay, well, then I don't know why. So
I'm not a singer, but yeah.
Yeah, but if you were to sing a song,
that's right.
you wouldn't say, you know, da da dee ah da 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 dee ah da. You would
just
have
complete straight,
dee da. You'd have one. So it's like, well, if this is really an extension of the voice, and you're conceptually thinking that way, then you should have one. So that should be one. And your vibrato is like like your handwriting. It's like your personal sonic take on a vibrato. Everybody's vibrato is different. Some's a little faster than others. Some a little slower.
I've listened to so much Coltrane, and he doesn't use a lot of vibrato.
But he uses some. He doesn't. I mean, he plays notes straight, but sometimes he's definitely got one though.
What kind of exercises?
Well, okay, so there are different concepts. Some, you know, like Larry Teal. You know, you heard of Larry Teal. I mean, his thing. Now, these are classical guys. Tend to have vibratos that are almost on every note they play. Every note they play.
And really tight.
And really kind of a fast one. A good jazz guy like Bird or Train is not going to have like real fast, but it's not going to be slow. It's going to be kind of right in the middle. And that's what, like a good singer is going to have one that's kind of right in the middle. So I know that Larry Teal will start out with thinking of 60, like a quarter note, and 4 to a quarter note.
Oh, 4 to it?
4 wah-wah.
Like wah
to a quarter note.
Okay, got it.
And at 60. So if you, what is 60 about right here? Like I said, right? Is that?
Something like that.
Yeah, okay.
Good.
So it's almost 16th note. Wah, ooh, dee, da, da, dee. And that almost, that's being very regimental about it. But it almost gives you a ballpark figure of not being too slow or too fast.
Okay.
And if you say, well, give me a rule of thumb loosely, then you say, okay, 4 wah-wahs to a quarter note at this tempo.
Okay.
And that, if you notice that vibrato was kind of okay, right?
Yep.
Okay. Dee da, dee da, dee da. As opposed to dee da or dee dee, but dee da, wah, woo, wah. And it's got to be organic. It's got to be part of your sound.
Okay.
See, that's the other thing. There's a way that you think of a vibrato, not like two separate entities. Like, here's your sound without one. But almost like the vibrato, it's like part of your sound.
Yeah.
See, it's almost part of your sonic tonality. Just like when you sing, when you listen to great classical singers, and you hear them warming up. You hear them. They got one.
Yeah.
And for us, we do both.
We want the choice.
Yeah, because some notes sound good straight, ba, and trail off with a vibrato like ba. See, so you got all these different ways of shaping the note. Hitting the note straight, no vibrato at all. A vibrato right from the beginning of the note, or straight and vibrato trail off.
Okay.
Some people vibrato when they first hit the note and trail off straight. But you got to have one. It's got to be yours.
All right.
And then when you're playing lead, like if you notice playing lead alto, when guys that are playing real lead out, that are really playing, leading the section, there's no philosophy on that. Whatever their vibrato is, they got it. And you got to match it. Okay. So the other thing about a vibrato, it's got to be the same on every note. You have to have the control so that the wah-wah, like you got open C sharp, no resistance. Okay. You go a half step up, you got middle D, 6 fingers. All of a sudden, you got the most resistance in the world.
That's right.
You go from absolutely none to the most you'll ever get. So that means the back pressure of how that note backs up on you doesn't back up on you at all. It was C sharp. And all of a sudden, you run into a wall where that is, whoa, it's stopped, it's there. So, but you got to control everything even though that's there.
Yeah.
That's different than the trumpet. The air column in the trumpet with one note and going a half step up is no difference. Us, it's a whole world.
Right.
So that shows you.
I use that as an anchor point a lot. I do long tones from D to C sharp, D to D to C, D to B, D to B flat.
It's a good way to think about it. When you improv, it's the same.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like you think of it's almost middle D, middle E flat.
Yeah.
Is that whole spot right there? It's like a springboard to go to not just run across the note, but when you hit D, it pops and it actually helps shoot up the horn. That means your middle D has to be really right.
Yeah, that's right.